Imagine this: India's most advanced Apache attack helicopters, fully packed and ready for delivery, suddenly sent back halfway across the world. And all because one country shut its skies. Hello everyone, my name is Amit Kashyap and I welcome you to Beyond Headlines, where we decode the stories behind global events that shape India's strategic future. On October 30th, the heavy lift cargo aircraft AN-124 took off from its operating base in Leipzig, Germany, and arrived at Mesa Gateway Airport, also known as Mesa Airport in Arizona. Three Apache helicopters, all painted in the distinctive Indian Army color scheme, being loaded onto the cargo aircraft. After this, the plane took off from Mesa Gateway Airport on November 1st and landed at East Midlands Airport in England, where it remained on the ground for 8 days. On November 8, instead of continuing its onward journey to India, the AN-124 and its cargo flew back to the Mesa Gateway Airport. The Apache's helicopters were unloaded from the AN-124 and towed away by F-250 trucks at the American airport. Asked why the aircraft flew back to the US instead of India, Boeing said in a statement that we remain closely engaged with US government and the Indian Army and continue working to execute our contract as expeditiously as possible to meet India's need and fleet requirements. We are currently addressing logistical issues caused by external factors to complete the delivery process for the remaining aircraft. This statement what was given by the Boeing. But now, as per multimedia reports, sources' new information suggests that sudden halt in the Apache delivery was not a routine logistical snag at all. It was Turkey's quiet but firm refusal to allow the US aircraft to enter its airspace, a move that has altered the timeline of India's helicopter deployment. In a dramatic twist that has exposed the hidden fragility of international defense logistics, possibly Turkey has denied overflight permission, forcing the giant aircraft to abandon its mission and return to the United States after an 8-day halt in Britain. Turkey refused to grant the aircraft overflight clearance, citing procedural complications and geopolitical considerations linked to NATO-Russia air transit protocols. This sudden block left the aircraft stranded in the UK for more than a week, as operators struggled to negotiate alternatives that were either economically feasible or politically viable. Ultimately, no acceptable alternate corridors could be secured, forcing the AN-124 to reverse course on November 8th and fly back across the Atlantic to Arizona, where the Apache helicopters were unloaded and moved off the tarmac for storage. What was expected to be a routine military transport flight has now escalated into a geopolitical episode involving the United States, India, Turkey, and the complex web of strategic alignments that lie between them. Boeing acknowledged the setback and issued a measured statement saying it was working out a fresh delivery schedule in coordination with the US and Indian government, describing the situation as a logistical issue caused by external factors. However, analysts are reading deeper into Ankara's decision. Turkey's denial of overflight is being interpreted as geopolitical message rather than mere bureaucratic rigidity. Relations between New Delhi and Ankara have been increasingly strained, driven by Turkey's vocal support for Pakistan on Kashmir, its expanding military cooperation with Islamabad, and its ambitions to position itself as a decisive voice in the Muslim world. India, on the other hand, has grown closer to the United States in defense, intelligence, and strategic matters, something Turkey watches carefully as it recalibrates its own relationship within and outside NATO. Against this backdrop, Turkey's sudden refusal to allow the Apache-laden aircraft to cross its airspace is being seen as a move with clear political undertones. For India, the episode raises serious question about its reliance on international air transit routes for critical military deliveries. With the tension rising along the border with China and Pakistan, attack helicopter capability is of critical importance, and even a temporary disruption in delivery schedules can ripple across training programs, deployment planning, and operational readiness. The incidents may push India to consider alternate logistic strategies, including sea based transport or more robust diplomatic arrangements with transit countries. It also underscores the need for India to be less vulnerable to geopolitical bottlenecks, especially in regions where strategic alignments fluctuate unpredictably. The episode also complicates India Turkey relations going forward. India has over the past few years taken increasingly firm positions against Turkey's rhetoric on Kashmir and its alignment with Pakistan. Ankara's overflight denial is likely to deepen New Delhi's perception of Turkey as an unreliable and politically motivated actor in the realm of defense and transit cooperation. This may result in India's strengthening its ties with Greece, Cyprus, Armenia, and other regional powers that view Turkey with suspicion. At the same time, Turkey, emboldened by its geographic leverage as the gateway between Europe and Asia, may continue to use overflight permission as a diplomatic tool. As tensions simmer across global power blocs, such actions may become more common, further challenging India's defense procurement strategies. For Boeing and the US, the incident highlights no matter how advanced military logisticals are, can be disrupted by shifting geopolitical realities. It may prompt Washington to reassess the reliability of certain transit routes, especially in regions where NATO member states are asserting independent foreign policy behaviors that diverge from border alliance interests. In the end, all I can say that Turkey's move is more than just a refusal of airspace. It is a reminder that in a world of volatile alliances, geography can become a powerful instrument of diplomacy. The Apache helicopter delivery will eventually resume, but the strategic aftershocks of this episode will continue to shape India's military planning and its approach to countries that hold geographic choke points capable of influencing its security interests. So, for now, the Apache helicopter delivery remains caught in a geopolitical storm, and all eyes are on what India, the US, and Boeing decide next. As soon as a concrete update comes in, I will bring it to you right here. Till then, this is Amit Kashyap signing off. Stay informed, stay aware, and I will see you in the next update. Thanks for watching.